Hello. Hi. Welcome. You're sitting. You're standing. You got earpods in, or maybe you're just playing this on your grand old speakers. Stop coughing.
Okay, hey.
Stop cough. Focus back
Sorry,
in.
I literally
Adriana is not the problem
right as
here.
you started that, the water went down the wrong pipe, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Can
Welcome back to Strawhat Crusaders, the one and only JoJo and One Piece podcast.
Have we fact checked that? We know that for certain?
Hey, fact check it right now.
Okay.
Jamie, pull that up.
Oh, shit.
I'm sitting in a chair right now, and my name is Hayden Hartrick. Sitting in a chair to my left is
Josh.
Sitting across from him in a chair is,
Clayton Chalman.
and sitting to Clayton's right is in a chair.
Adriana.
And we're all in chairs today, which is different than how we
Today.
normally record this.
Yeah.
We have been recording this in the past, standing in a circle around a fire pit, but it's just a little too cold this week. Now, we do a crazy thing here. We read JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and we watch One Piece.
Two things
Do
no one
not.
has never done. Like, I've never heard of anyone who
And
does
also-
what we do.
And also the other way
Yeah,
around.
yeah. It's I'm wrong. We read some. We had a. I'm sorry. I'm losing it, man. I want to. Before. Shit. Take over.
Hayden, I
Clayton.
think you should eat another orange.
Okay, I'm gonna eat another one.
He's twisted
All right,
right now.
Clayton, take it away.
What we do is we watch JoJo's and we read One Piece.
I said
but
that
more
already.
importantly, we are four friends. And guys, how's everybody doing? Josh?
Yeah, Josh.
I'm
Yeah,
doing,
Josh.
I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right.
We got to be careful about the orange
I-
consumption
yeah.
on this.
I was about to,
There's a bag of oranges in the middle of the table.
I was about to split open an orange.
I had a sensible one orange before we started recording.
An orange.
I'm going into 3 right now.
Uh-huh.
I'm literally allowed to have an orange per everyone's.
You're allowed to have an orange, yeah.
per Clayton just now saying it. So
I want
Uh-huh.
a T-shirt that says I'm allowed to have an orange.
I'm allowed to have an orange.
These-
God damn it.
These are One Piece references.
Yeah, totally.
Tangerines, buddy.
those are
They're
not.
orange.
Those are clearly like the
They're
tangerines are
mandarins.
clearly fucking totally like oranges though. Like
What? Tangerines are made up.
don't ever say
A
that and
made-up
look in
fruit.
Clayton's eyes at the same time because that was so scary.
Oh, did we lose it?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh my! How are you doing, Josh?
How are you doing, Josh?
Speak.
How are you doing?
Spit it out, man.
Ew.
Spit the orange out, dude.
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay.
I am
Moving on.
I want like a new gig really bad. It's really starting to get to me.
For your band.
Yeah, let's call it that. But we've been doing a lot of comedy lately, and that shit is awesome.
You want a new gig for your band.
For your band.
I just had to say that.
For my
Your
bands,
bands,
that's true.
baby.
I might start doing
Hayden's looking at me confused.
like money band,
Bands,
like
Your
baby.
band.
like Bill's dollar
He's making
bills.
bands, dude.
I might start doing
Yeah.
freelance. I might start doing freelance work if I can figure out how to do that,
Like what?
Mhm.
What kind of?
like on
you-
Fiverr.
What are you doing to
Don't
that
talk
orange?
to me. Hey, Adriana, how are you doing? How have you been? How have you
Josh
been?
right now is peeling an orange and he's eating the peel and throwing the rest of it away.
What?
Crazy. I'm fine. It has not been too long since our last podcast, so minimal things have happened.
Very not long. It's been 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here we are.
And here we are.
We do it for you.
Oh, I started watching I found on YouTube. I've never played or seen the Red Dead Redemption games, but there's this like 70-year-old. He's not technically a cowboy, but he has cowboy experience. Play Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's really funny and great. Actually, it's pretty cool.
What classifies as cowboy experience?
Like he has ridden horses and has dealt with farm animals and like grew up around, ranches and stuff like that. But like his first video is, listen, I'm not a cowboy, but he sure talks and acts like a cowboy. So
Anyone find it weird how like we associate cowboy with like gunslinger outlaw, but like it has an occupation that is not that? Like,
right.
Like was
Yeah.
that were a lot of cowboys known to become outlaws? Is that why?
I think it was just in the time of like the Wild West.
I think it's just
Same
something
time
that has
frame.
like flowed together and become just like culturally synonymous rather than like specifically
Yeah.
any specific reason, you know?
It's like Kleenex. Like
Well,
it's like a
Cowboy's a brand.
yeah. Cowboy's a brand that we now use to describe every single guy with a cowboy hat.
and who rides a horse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, my boy.
I looked up cowboy word origin, trying to find like the reason that it became used in the way it
A
does.
boy of the cows.
Yes, of course. But one of the people also asks is, why is it cowboy and not cowman?
You know,
Well, why is it,
that's
Clayton?
Because
true.
people infantilize I guess they infantilize the position, the occupation.
I think because it was like a farmhand position, and normally they'd get like teen boys to do that,
Yeah.
right?
Well, do you want to know? Do you want to know what it
Yeah.
is?
Yeah.
More than anything
What's the
I've
real
ever
answer?
wanted in my whole life.
Technically, a cowboy worked with cattle as a ranch hand, while his boss, the cowman, owned the ranch.
You're making that up.
I'm not.
What?
No way. There's a cow.
NYUpress.org.
Well, I guess okay. If you're living in a town in the West, you know, at this time, you're like, oh, what does this super rich guy do? Well, like, how is he so rich? You're like, oh, he's a cowman. You know,
He's got
That
1,000
makes sense.
cowboys.
that makes sense.
Uh-oh, the racist origins of the term cowboy.
Uh-oh.
Never mind.
And thanks for watching, y'all.
Uh-huh. This is the end of this episode.
How's Clayton doing? Or Hayden? How's
I can
Go ahead.
I'm fine.
Hayden's wearing a green shirt.
that is true.
Which is indicative
turquoise.
of many things.
I
In this light,
yesterday
it looks turquoise to me.
it got
But I
cold.
think it is green.
Can you listen to me?
Hayden, I can't stress this enough. We're having a
We're
conversation.
literally talking about your shirt. Okay, all right.
No, yesterday was really cold, and we were
Yeah.
planning on having a whole day of sitting in playing board games together. I just got the new Root expansion from Clayton and Hayden for my birthday, and they're very sweet for Dad. And my
Was your
birthday's
birthday recent?
my birthday's coming up.
Okay.
It's 15 days. T-minus 14 days to
Whoa.
23-year-old Hayden.
The reasoning behind it is funny.
It's
Hayden
very
and
funny.
we all played Root. Me and Hayden and Jill.
Root, good game.
And the next day, Hayden texts me, and he's like, hey, keep an eye out for if you go to any game stores, keep an eye out for the Riverfolk expansion of Root, because I think that would be a great gift if we went halvesies on it and got it for Heart Trick. And he texted me that while I was in a game store, literally looking at the Riverfolk expansion of Root.
Whoa. Meant to be.
And so then we got it, but then we were, of course, going to give it to Hartrick on his birthday. And Hartrick, the day that I got back with it, was like, man, I think I'm going to use some of my Christmas money to buy a Root expansion. And I was like, okay, just let me know which one you end up going with. I think you should probably get not this one, right? And then one day he texts me while I'm at work just a picture of the expansion that he just bought walking out of the store. And so I was like, no, take it back, take it back.
my
Yeah, I
God.
text Clayton I picture of it and just say uh-oh. And then he texts me back, don't buy it. And I'm like, too late, man. And I'd paid in cash and not gotten a receipt.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I almost just like didn't text Clayton to just be like, I'm going to
Yeah.
surprise him when he gets home and show him that I got
Uh-huh.
this cool new expansion. But I decided against it. And so I had to like go back into the store. It's a very large game store in Austin. And I had to go find like specifically the guy that checked me out. And I was like,
Yeah.
hey man, I just found out that because like Clayton was like, you might already have that. it might be in the house right now. And I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
So we gave it to him early.
And
Yeah.
then, we played Root yesterday, but I had forgotten. I thought I had the whole day off, and I got surprised by having a rehearsal in the middle of the day that I'd forgotten about.
Damn.
And we only got to play one round of Root and not even with any of the new factions yet.
Wow.
So,
We didn't get to use it.
Your
They-
life
So our life is
so
really
hard.
hard.
yeah, I'm really I
Well.
cried about it already 6 times today. So,
Hayden, if what happened to you happened to me, I would be a fucking mess.
and that's why I'm a better man than you.
Why?
That's all I'll say.
Why? What's wrong? What would be so mess about it?
No, I'd be like the idea of doing something that redundant, not even knowing it, and then almost not being able to fix the mistake.
Would
Cause me.
not the not being able to play it, but the fact that I just accidentally bought a second one would break you.
Yeah, that's what I knew he was talking.
No. If I was in your position,
If he accidentally bought a second.
if I accidentally bought a second one, had no
It
way
would
of returning it, and then I
destroy
found
him.
out that my friends had been so nice and gotten it for me, but were waiting to surprise me with it, I'd fucking lose my mind. I hate having double of it. I hate having redundancy in anywhere in my life.
And that's totally normal, you guys.
Yeah.
You said it, not me.
But he got it back. He took it back.
Yay.
It all worked
I took
out.
it back. I threatened them. I had to hit a few people, but you get your way
had to
however you need to.
Beat one of them in a board game.
It was like the devil was like, if you beat me in chess, I'll let you return this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
Classic.
Clayton,
Wait.
how have you been?
I'm good. I was up late last night because there were a lot of things I needed to do, and I started a new job this morning. And my job starts at 8 a.m. It was a late night and then a very early morning, so I'm very tired right now. So folks, sorry, folks at home,
We're at work or
at
in their car.
the three major countries that we get listens in. Sorry if I'm a little sleepy on this one, okay? But I had my first day at my new job, which is very nice. So nice being in an office again. I've got my own desk. I've got a little
Ooh.
chair. I've got my own stapler.
That's
You're living the
epic.
dream.
What,
It is the dream.
Who's on your do it for her board in your office? From that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Probably Chopster. Probably Chopster.
I'm gonna make one of those for you.
Please do. I genuinely would
Do it for
immediately
him.
put that on my wall.
We should have one of those for if we do get like a video set, we should
Yeah.
have that too.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah.
Put Joe Scam there.
So my training, it's a 6-week training
Oh my god.
for this new job, and this is a position I've held before at a different company. The last time I did it, it was 2 days of training, and that kind of felt like too much. And so we're doing 6 weeks of training, and again, that's fine because they're gonna pay me to do like nothing. So
That's
Which
actually
is like,
amazing.
isn't that almost as long as you were at your last job for?
I was at my last job for 3 months.
Okay.
So
I don't know
about
how time works.
Nope.
about half the time.
It did fly by. I did feel like I mean, obviously 3 months is not long enough for you
Yeah.
to be like happy with being fucking, the company being dissolved. But like, it did fly by to where if it could, I believed 6 weeks for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So do you think this job's going to be harder because there's more training involved?
I don't think so. It seems like there's even less work. But today, so the training
That's how it goes.
was it was on like video call because it's a big company. There's a lot of locations all over America. And so it was me and like 12 people in a Microsoft Teams call. And the way that we were doing our training was through Kahoot. That was a thing that was commonly utilized. Was we would get to the end of a section, and our little trainer would be like, "All right, y'all, now let's go over to Kahoot."
That's funny.
And she would get really excited because people that work in offices are just like so they're very easily excited, and they love little
Yeah.
things, and like anything that is not numbers, they're like, this is awesome.
It's the same with high schoolers. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's why Kahoot works for them too.
Yeah.
Wait, did people do silly names? Because high schoolers
we
did.
mostly just did our own names, but we weren't playing the Kahoot that everybody knows and loves. What we were playing was all the different versions of Kahoot. So she was like, all right, so I want to make sure that we've got like, that we've got repetition going to like get stuff into your head. So there's like all these different games on Kahoot called like Robot Chase and stuff like that,
What?
where you answer quiz questions and then that gives you like a power up, and then you have to play as like a little video game character, like
my
running through a
God.
maze and shit. And so she starts going, and she's like, all right, guys, so for sick leave, it's going to be these days and these days. And then like 10 minutes later, she's like, all right. And so in this one, basically you're trying to escape an alien ship and you're being chased by a robot. What you need to make sure you want to do is stay out of the electrocution zone, because that is what kills you. And I remember so many moments just making me laugh and tickling me so much that in this professional office, I had headphones in and I was playing video games. And a
Yeah.
corporate trainer was like, guys, I know we just lost, but level 4 is so good for your first time. And every level, they electrocute you faster and faster. And it's just like, what the fuck is this? Like, this
awesome.
is crazy.
We did Kahoots for my training when I worked at
Really?
Spell.
Oh.
It rhymes with spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell.
But we didn't do like
Josh was a demon torturer.
but we didn't go that far. And no one was allowed to like put like Kim Jong Un as their name or whatever.
Why?
Why
in
was that
the
your-
world
why
was that your first
is that
thought?
the first thing out of your mouth?
Not like,
Yeah,
not
okay.
like poopy butts, because like, I feel like that's
Okay,
generally what
hold
you
on,
hear.
hold
It's
on. Are
just
y'all
like-
saying in high school? Y'all,
Yes, we know. Listen, you do not have to defend yourself on the silly name part. We want to know why the fuck your first thought, your first example of a silly name was Kim Jong Un.
because that was the most popular one.
Like in high school?
Are you serious?
I swear on my life.
Oh my god.
That was the most popular
I
one.
don't remember
Ours
that.
were just like curse words and slurs.
They would. Oh
Yeah.
well, fuck you.
Whoa.
I didn't do
Yeah,
it. I
Hayden.
didn't do it.
Hayden,
Fuck
what
is
the
wrong
I
hell?
with
put
you,
in my
Hayden?
real name.
Ugh.
Always, because I'm a dweeb.
I would
Yeah.
no. People would put like Kim Jong Un and then they get erased, and then people would be like Kim Jong Un the second or something, and they would do that a lot. It wasn't funny. I didn't laugh. But anyway, sorry. Continue, Clayton.
I went to the job.
Yay!
Did you get paid yet? Did you get paid yet?
No, it was my first day.
Sorry, I don't actually want to talk about this on the podcast. Never mind.
What?
I was gonna ask, do they? Because we had a discussion about this a while ago. Do they
Uh-huh.
pay on the 1st and 15th or every 2 weeks? Because I've discovered recently
That's
that I
that's
thought
the difference.
1st and 15th was like the standardized pay way, but I've learned that a lot of places now just do every other week.
Payway's a great restaurant. By the way.
It is. We should go.
I haven't been to a Payway in upwards of 7 years.
I've
Yeah.
never been to one.
I've
either.
never been to one.
We
Whoa.
should go.
Yeah.
It's
Well, yeah, we
great.
should
They've
go.
got honey seared chicken that will always live in my taste buds memories.
Is there one in Austin?
Probably.
Yes.
Do they pay 1st and 15th? Or do they? Are they? I actually like 1st and 15th better. Bless you.
Bless you.
I would love that.
Dude, I'm in the same boot.
Predictability.
I love my job right now. Pays me 1st and 15th
Did
sometimes.
you just say I'm in the same boot?
How you both fit in there?
Did you?
No.
We have small feet cheese.
Yes.
I want to say that I will say though, when you get paid bi-weekly, you get those 2 extra little payments because technically
It's not extra.
it's not extra, but it feels extra.
Yeah, but if you pay 1st and 15th, your checks are bigger.
Actually, it doesn't matter. I realized how much because you would theoretically get paid the same amount.
That's true.
Yes.
So yeah, I would like the predictability.
You want to know how my job does it?
Uh-huh.
Weekly.
Oh, see, that's better.
Whoa.
That's the optimal.
What?
Weekly pay. Mm-hmm.
Weekly.
That's how I get paid on this podcast.
Mhm.
They pay me weekly.
Pay weekly.
They pay you weekly?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They pay me like bi-monthly. Every 2 months.
You want to talk about? Let's talk about JoJo's Bizarre
is.
Adventure.
Before we do that,
Okay.
I have a big question.
Yeah.
Y'all know Johnny Cage?
From
Is
Mortal
he
Kombat.
one of the
Yeah.
JoJo's?
No, I was wondering.
Johnny J. Cage.
Johnny J. Cage.
Johnny J.
What? That was not that funny, dude.
He loves it.
That was
Oh my
so
gosh,
funny.
he loves
Johnny
it.
J. Cage. Johnny Higashikaja.
This is our goofiest episode.
Yeah, definitely.
Johnny Cage, right? I
He's
have
my main in Mortal Kombat.
I have a friend who sends me like half of what she sends me are Johnny Cage edits, and they're really good.
half of. Do y'all talk often?
Yeah, we do actually.
Wow.
I think I know who this is.
Yeah, you
I
probably do.
100% know who this is.
She sends
yeah.
me Johnny Cage edits.
Wait, what's her name?
Is it them?
Hayden?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Hayden
Yeah.
immediately had it?
Yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are notorious on TikTok for being on TikTok. So they send people, I think, so many TikToks.
Yeah.
Because they curate, like, because they think of you, you know? Anyway, Johnny Cage, right? What the fuck is he? What's his occupation? What does he do?
Actor.
He's a movie
He's an
star.
actor.
He's a movie star.
Yeah.
Even I know that.
And he's a fighter too.
He's a movie
Yeah.
star, and when they had the first Mortal Kombat tournament, Shao Kahn saw one of his movies, was like, damn, this dude can fight. Brought him over to the Nether Realms, and then, Johnny Cage has got to fight Goro with 4 arms? What the hell?
But then
That's what happened.
He learned how to go green. He learned how
What?
to do green.
He learned how to do green stuff.
So
Yeah.
so he's like a action movie star.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why that makes sense. He
Yep.
seems great.
He's awesome.
Anyway, we watched 4 episodes
4 episodes, but just one day.
of
One
Cage's Bizarre
day.
Adventure.
Uh-huh.
Thursday.
July 15th, Thursday. Clayton,
July 15th, Thursday.
How'd you feel? What'd you think about these episodes?
That's not true. This was a very fun time.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot. I was expecting this to be different. I was expecting with an episode title scheme such as this, I was expecting there to be one big event that was happening, and I certainly assumed that it would have something to do with Mr. Kira. But instead, it was 4 stand battles,
3 stand battles.
3 stand battles,
with also a fourth event, which is intercutting to Kira's life and him dealing with trying to fit in. So
He
kind
does
of
a really
it was
good job of.
which-
He does very normal things for the
Yes.
whole batch.
you wouldn't. It's more of an internal battle than that one. So yeah.
yeah.
Turns out I think these in the manga these were not all happening on the same day.
Oh,
This was I think an anime original choice.
I think that's a great choice.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
They didn't want to have to like worry about making all the newspapers and the shots like different dates or anything for these arcs. Like if there's a calendar in the background or if like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
It's
exactly
just
why
really
they did it.
lazy writing, lazy animating,
Yeah.
Lazy.
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 Give it to Mappa. They don't have enough work. They don't have enough work.
I will cry if JoJo goes to Mappa.
I
They're awesome and all. Like they do great work.
Yeah, but I mean, Joe's not the.
But David.
Yeah.
David, give it to Davey.
Give it to David. Anyway,
they've
The
done-
fuck
anyway,
is David?
what the frick happened? What happened on Thursday?
So get this.
Okay.
There's a guy living in a fucking cell phone tower.
Yay. Superfly.
It's an electrical tower. He was living there already because he was an outcast.
Yes.
And he had a toilet that feeds plants.
Yeah.
And that is pretty much all you got to know
Yep.
about his thing.
About these JoJo episodes.
When we got to that, well, first of all, you see Mikitaka as a pair of binoculars, and Clayton goes,
Uh-huh.
"So he's a creep."
Well, he was lying on the ground as a pair of binoculars
Yeah.
He was waiting.
for
Oh.
what?
someone to walk by, so we can see their ankles better.
He was looking up at the sky for his alien family.
Mhm.
I must say, every time Josuke and Okuyasu take their little route from school to home, I'm so jealous of their little lives because
Yeah.
it's such a beautiful sunflower field they get to walk through. Fuck them. They want a piece of shit. Yeah, so when we got to the Superfly app, which was the first one, and we realize what the gimmick is here, that we have a guy and he lives in his transmission tower. Clayton was like, and this is 4 episodes. And I was like, oh man, that would have been awesome if they just committed to that.
Yeah.
It would, honestly, if they managed to drag that out for 4 episodes, I kind of would have liked. Like, that would have been crazy. Also, after these episodes, I'm a turncoat, and I've swapped over, and I now think, what's his name? Alien guy?
Yeah.
Mikitaka. I think he's a stand user now.
Okay.
Why
Really?
is that?
Why is that?
Because there's the line that he gets pinned to the thing, and Josuke's like, Mikitaka! And he's like, it's okay. If I think of this as the inside of a spaceship, it actually feels quite roomy. And that feels like writing that Araki would do if it was a young boy who just pretends he's an alien.
Or it could be an alien who kind of misses the confines of his spaceship.
Yeah, maybe spaceships
Yes.
are small.
I mean,
Maybe
it
he
makes
was
sense
lying.
logically either way, but it
No.
it sounded to me like a person who was being like, I love aliens.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
an alien
Honestly,
fanatic.
that's a pretty
Yeah.
good inference. I like that interpretation of it. But I like not knowing,
Yeah,
Clayton. So don't yuck my yum.
Whose
No,
chopsticks
I
are
agree.
those?
I don't know. I was
I
playing
think-
with him yesterday.
Yeah.
They've not been used.
Oh, okay. I thought Josh was like getting his
They're
hands
kind of
all
the
over.
house fidget toy.
Yeah, we got a lot of those floating around.
Yeah.
What'd
they
you
did
flew your
the-
throat and looked at me? You're calling me a whore.
yeah, a little bit.
Meanwhile,
a little bit.
simultaneous to them getting trapped in this little big old stand, we have a guy on the loose in Morioh kidnapping
no.
moms and Koichis.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck's going on with
That's
that?
me. That's
And
me.
this guy's awesome.
Yeah.
First,
Yeah,
he
he's-
takes a bite of a sandwich, and then he puts it in a picture, and then he takes it out and licks it. This guy's crazy.
He's great.
He puts a pair of panties in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he labels them. He labels
He
them.
writes down, and he was worried that she wasn't going to realize and was going to throw them away, and he didn't want to be rude because that was her only pair.
He wrote, "These are your panties" on Josuke's mom's panties.
Yeah.
And just in case you didn't recognize.
Do you
them.
think you would need that? I feel like there's like a couple of 50% of the time, if I opened up a thing and it had underwear in it, it depending on which pair of underwear it is.
Yeah.
I might need it.
I might need it too. I think but those were like really specific.
Yeah.
Those were like intricate designs.
They look like nice.
Yeah.
Tomoko's loaded, dude. She's clearly
Yeah.
rolling in the dough for those kind of
You
panties.
said loaded. Okay.
Yeah, like with
I heard you
cash.
wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, what did you think? Never mind.
Yeah, that's okay.
Uh,
I wouldn't need it because I already have all my name written down on all of mine.
Right.
it would be redundant.
Mm-hmm.
It would be redundant. Yeah, I realize now. I've seen that episode at least 2 or 3 times. I have forgotten completely that he did that with the panties.
Yeah.
But I guess it was to elicit a fear reaction so he could get her tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how'd you feel about Enigma, his stand?
It is one of the coolest ones that we have yet seen.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, yeah.
In the entirety, it is like it's one of the ones where at first, I literally thought that his stand was just like I can do anything. Scared. I thought he was like Freddy Krueger.
Your biggest fear, recognizing your panties.
Yeah, but no. And once it is revealed that he just puts things in paper, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like it also it goes back to it occupies the same space in my mind that like the Derby fights do, and like what makes the Derby fights so fun is just like this is not like an objectively powerful stand, but it is one that like its user knows how to use well, and just because that they know what they're doing, it is really hard to fight back against, and you have to like think and power through, which a lot of fights are, but I feel like this is just another like just a really solid example of that.
Another example too of a very specific and intricate activation of the ability. He has to notice your tells.
He needs to figure out what it is and then get you to do it again.
Yeah. Which it would be really annoying. I like how everyone's all three stands we meet in these episodes sort of suck.
Yeah.
In a way, but are all really dangerous.
I don't think Enigma sucks at all.
That's an opinion.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see how it sucks that much.
Yeah, I mean, Enigma is one of the most like useful. And also, like, you just have to get somebody to fulfill that one thing, and then like they're done.
Yeah.
You could lock them up, put them in a book, shut the book, wrap it in plastic bag, throw it in the ocean. They're gone.
I mean, in daily life, less so in stand battles.
Yeah, you can carry around things in one piece of paper. He put a
'Cause
car with a taxi driver.
Car.
Yeah.
Who did not know what was happening.
How did he?
He had to have scared that guy.
Yeah, exactly. That taxi driver was so chill after being put in the thing. But so how did he manage to scare him in the first place?
He's like, I think he just did. He was so scared he disassociated.
Yeah.
Like, cause. Although
figured out your tell, you look off into the middle distance.
This has one of my favorite moments in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This fight, the moment where Josuke looks at a piece of paper and a gun comes out.
Well, it's so because he looks at one side, there's nothing on it. He turns it over to look at the other side, there's nothing on that, and then from behind the paper, like a little fold in it, a gun pokes out. There's nowhere that it could have been even, and yet. It shoots Josuke in the face and he dies.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
I know. It's like now Koichi's got to be the main character again.
Yeah. But then, genuinely, what's this guy's name? Yuya?
Yuya, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yuya steps the fuck up, and I loved that.
Yeah.
Honestly, this was like an Iggy moment for me, where I was like, you know what? You're not bad, man.
Yeah.
Except we weren't telling you the whole time, give Yuya a chance.
No,
Right.
Nobody's telling me to root for Yuya.
Yeah.
And honestly, I already was.
Yeah.
He's got his girls.
He's quirky. He's fun.
He can smell their ass sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, classic.
We know, Hayden. You don't have to say it.
Oh, I want to ask you.
What?
You got kind of a new concept that got introduced in this of independent stands.
Yes.
Right.
Stands that
Yeah.
activate and kind
Two
of
of them.
Cheap.
don't need their user, don't rely
Not the
on
first
their user.
instance, right?
Not the first instance?
Anubis.
Oh, I guess
Yeah,
Anubis.
this is like
yeah,
Anubis, yeah.
Yeah.
But still.
But still, like, just more of that. And, like, in different degrees. Even to, like, the guy who he didn't even know he had a stand. Cheap Trick's user didn't even know.
Yeah.
I always was confused until this time I watched it. I was like, how does Heaven's Door not know? How can it not tell that he has a stand? Why isn't it telling him? How does he not know he has a stand? The stand should be speaking to him and like blah, 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 blah. And then I realized, oh, this is the origin of the stand. He already didn't like people looking at his back. That was just his weird thing. And that was what manifested Cheap Trick.
Yeah, but it made it seem more casual in his book head.
Yeah.
Like, it said, there's no particular reason. I just don't like it. It should have said, if someone looks at my back, I will freak the fuck out and feel like I'm going to die. Because that's what happened. He was like, he was freaking out. You know,
True.
It wasn't just a casual, I don't like it. You know?
Heaven's Door is shown, if the plot needs it to,
Yeah.
Heaven's Door is shown to have limited scope and the details it can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it is such a broken ability. I mean, it's so... Knowledge
Yeah.
is power.
Yeah.
I like in this episode too, Rohan really wants to see a guy's back, so he traps him in a hole.
Yeah.
and then looks at his back and kills him when he does this. It kills this guy. And Rohan is unperturbed. He is only worried about now having a stand on his own back.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
Well, maybe he thought
it's in character.
He probably thought that the guy was a stand user after all and was an attacker, probably, right?
Well, but he would know that, right? From Heaven's Door.
What? He would know that?
He would know that the guy was not doing it on purpose.
I guess so.
But I mean, honestly, that's very Rohan.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get to see him use the alleyway. Another moment.
Yeah.
That was
hands.
so fucking cool.
Right?
Like, that's so good.
I think there were a couple moments where I felt like you were appreciating the twist, like the battle twists, like, oh wow, what a creative way, because there was that time when the Superfly guy was escaping and you found out Mikitaka was the wire that he was hanging on, and I was like, that was pretty clever. Yeah.
It was very clever. I have such a thing for when like Josuke or Jotaro do something cool. It's cool because it's like, damn, these guys are cool. But when somebody like
I walk into a room and it's like, okay, he's in there.
But when somebody like Yuya or Mikitaka does something cool, it's like, dude, fuck yeah, you did it, man.
You go.
Not because Mikitaka, he's very powerful, and also we've seen him be capable in the past to a degree. He's not very good at gambling.
Yeah. Or not vomiting while gambling.
Yeah. Well, he got shaken up and thrown around so much. Poor guy. Poor thing. But yeah, I really enjoy especially moments where characters who don't often get ways to shine get to shine. And the victories we get here, I guess Josuke is the one that beats Weirdo in the end, but Mikitaka does great.
Yeah.
Mikitaka
and Yuya does great, and the alley ghost does great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yuya really pulled a fast one, purposely getting turned into paper so he could pull Josuke out. I really like Josuke's final beatdown of Teranosuke is his name, the guy with Enigma, because he subjects him to another Angelo fate, turning him into a book.
Oh my god, what the fuck, dude?
For, I guess, eternity. or the rest of the book's life.
So, I don't know if I understand what happened there. How did he do that?
What?
Literally.
He merged him with the shredder. Or no, with some of the pieces of paper that were in his pocket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
When he was getting beat down, he was being, if you look closely, it's kind of like a jumble. But he's got materials next to him and behind him.
To me, it just looked like his skin was turning into paper strips.
Yeah.
To me as well.
And I was like, oh, he must be so scared his Stan's like working on him too. I don't
That's
know.
what my assumption was always that Josuke punched him so hard that his own stand was like, you're scared as shit, man. Book time.
Right.
I do
but go ahead.
Sorry. I do like that when Josuke finally gets his one up on someone, it's like, it's so satisfying because he has the combined like vitriol of Jotaro, where he's like, I'm gonna rub this in, but he's also got the temper of Joseph, where he's like, and I'm really, really satisfied about it. I'm really angry at you, and this is gonna feel so good. So when he's like, Teranosuke, you close your eye when you're scared, and you close both of them when you're real scared.
Why? It doesn't sound like that.
That's what Josuke
That's
sounds
literally what he
like.
sounds like.
It doesn't work.
All right, well, not like that. I think you're projecting.
What was I gonna say? I forgot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. It was to your thing, but anyway, yeah.
Oh, cool.
I agree.
Thanks. Anyone else agree? Disagree?
I disagree.
Okay.
I lied. I disagree.
Yay.
Great stand names
Yay.
this go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Enigma,
Superfly?
Enigma.
Cheap Trick.
Cheap Trick.
For both Superfly and Cheap Trick, I made like audible like hell yeah.
Yeah.
I was just excited about
Wait,
both
what's
those names.
Superfly from again? What is that, a band or is that an album? What is that?
I believe it is an.
It's an album, I think.
Yeah,
It's also
I
a
believe
pro
it is.
wrestler.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's an album by who? Who's an album by?
That's not by who.
I
Let me
think-
verify.
I think one of the records that my grandparents gave me is a Superfly
Huh?
record. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Um.
Also, at one point. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
We got two more Morioh landmarks now, and one of the landmarks is a freak that lives in a tower and pisses and shits on his lawn.
Yeah. He's a freak.
And you can bring him little snacks.
You can bring him little snacks. So there's a human rock,
A human book.
a sentient book,
Cape Boingy Boingy.
Cape Boingy Boing, and
Trusardi's restaurant, I think, is a landmark.
know.
It is. I mean,
yeah?
they give it the landmark treatment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of landmarks.
And this fucking tower. Yeah.
Yeah. Curtis Mayfield did Superfly.
Is it a song or an album?
It's an album and a song on the album.
Oh, I don't know if this was on purpose. I don't know if this was just a luck of the translation, but at one point, Cheap Trick literally tells Rohan to surrender, and surrender is like their most famous song.
Yeah.
Just something I caught this time around.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Man, no. I am a little sad you guys are on Netflix, actually, back on Netflix, because I think Crunchyroll typically has better translations. There were a few lines here and there where I was like, oh, yeah, Netflix really, for some reason, just has the weirdest moments in the translation. They're just like playing wrong sometimes. There's like a moment in part 5, like the first episode, where a line is just explicitly changed, and it is so inaccurate that it pisses me off.
Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to
later.
that. We'll get to that in 2 episodes of the podcast. We will get to that. Unless we do the Rohan OVA first.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Perhaps.
I don't actually know. But anyway, okay, where are these stands in your ranking? Where, huh?
Oh,
Where
I
are
haven't
they?
ranked them yet. Cheap Trick. I enjoyed everything around Cheap Trick. I got to be honest, though. He's going to be pretty low.
Don't blame
Smash
me.
or pass?
Pass. Cheap Trick.
Okay.
He's got those little sucker fingers.
Ew.
Come on, man.
Enigma is going to be really high.
Yeah.
Yeah, smash or pass.
Currently, he is going to be my third favorite stand.
Whoa.
In part 4?
Yes, in part 4.
Wow. Who's under who?
So
Crazy Diamond.
Crazy
Starfire?
Diamond, The Hand, Enigma, Heaven's Door, Echoes, Killer Queen.
Wow.
Wow.
And Killer Queen, I have a feeling will be jumping up, but just for right now.
Okay.
That's crazy.
And also Smash for Enigma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Superfly smash or pass?
Superfly Smash, and it's going to go pretty low.
Right back at you.
Yeah.
It is very reciprocal. You could say that.
Superfly is going somewhat low, right underneath Rat, and right above
Rat.
Love Deluxe.
Okay.
underneath
That's pretty good.
rat.
Pretty good. Oh, last but not least, at the very end of, or the very last episode, throughout these episodes, Jotaro is trying to figure out. He's looking up missing persons cases because he's on the fucking case,
He sure is.
and he is trying to figure out clues to find Kira. Meanwhile, Rohan has been taking pictures of all over town to see if anyone's suspicious, and they noticed that Hayato was recording someone.
Mm-hmm.
Then-
And this time, it's not his naked mother.
No, this
Nope.
finally. And then Kira is on a train.
Kira's on a train.
Kira's on or a bus, I think. Was it a train?
Mhm.
It's just-
It was a
subway
train.
it was a train.
Yeah.
He's on a train, and there's two of those missing persons who had just ran away from home and eloped were on that train.
Mm. I don't think I caught the time. I don't think I caught that chronologically.
Yeah, me neither.
It's just the last when Jotaro is at the Grand Hotel and he's looking through the cases. The last one that he lingers on is those two people that Kira ends up killing.
That's cool.
That's why
Yeah.
Jotaro ends up going to their apartment right after Kira leaves.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
And then
he's-
they piss off the wrong guy.
yeah, they sure do.
They sure do. He walks in and explodes him immediately.
God,
Which is
that
so cool.
is such a great. I had thought that like I almost accidentally spoiled that moment for you because I don't think I was in the room with y'all when we watched like one Kira introduction moment or something like that. like seeing him like blow somebody up for the first time or like something happened, and I almost was just like, oh, was it like this moment? And then had to like stop myself and be like, no, I think this comes later.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy because this is it's a very cool moment, and it's a very like, I think it's just a great like, especially at the end of these 4 episodes where it's like, yeah, we're all on the case, but we've been like fucking around for a second. It's a great like reintroduction of being like, yeah, Kira's still like, even though he's been laying low, like he's about to just fucking strike back hard, and it's a great moment.
He's been chomping at the bit. He's been itching to kill people, and when he finally does, he does not hesitate with this one fool. It's like it's almost, you're almost on his side, which I
Nope.
all right, just me.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah,
Just me.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I really like the moment where he touches the girl's hands, and he's well, no.
Whoa.
Well, I like the moment where he's talking to her and he's like blah 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 blah, and then threatening or whatever. And then one moment he goes, I like your nails or something, and then you just hear the sizzle and she's gone and just
the
her hand
click
is
and
left.
It's good.
Yeah.
How do you feel? How do you feel about Kira and his he got a little reckless.
He did. I'm ready for him. I'm ready to get back to another Kira fight. I'm interested how it will go though, because they kind of spanked his little ass last time. And so it is, how do we make him a threat again once we have found him? Because obviously he's a big threat right now because nobody knows where he is and he could be hurting innocent people, and he is.
Oh, he is.
People. He's especially a threat to his nude son,
Who's trying to bathe.
who's just trying to
just found out his dad was a murderer.
bathe.
Videotapes it, goes home, gets naked,
In the bath.
gets in the bath, puts the
videotape
videotape in the bucket.
I think this is
Sits
just like
in the bath.
the reminder that this is a 10-year-old kid,
Yeah,
you know.
but like sits in the bath looking at a videotape in a bucket.
I like Adriana being like, if I were 11, wouldn't make this mistake.
I wouldn't. I simply
No, I
wouldn't.
actually 100% believe that if you were 11 and you found out that your dad killed people by blowing them up by touching them,
Yeah.
you wouldn't take a bath.
I would not take a bath.
Fine. They got me.
Josh would.
Josh would.
This is the second
100%.
very, very uncomfortable bath scene in JoJo's Bizarre
Yeah.
Adventure.
Not as.
No, this is the third.
Oh yeah.
We had Lisa.
Yeah.
We had little baby Polnareff shitting in the tub, and then we have now this, which is, I think this is definitely the most tense and dramatically effective bath scene that we've had.
And it
And
won't
it
be the
goes
last.
on. Yeah, it goes on for less time. It's less painful
Yeah.
than the Polnareff one. But yeah. Anyway.
Yes,
Woohoo.
Do you think he's gonna kill Hayato? Do you think he's gonna kill him?
probably.
You just want that to happen.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that kid.
Yeah.
He's a he.
But you like Shigechi?
Yes. Shigechi wasn't keeping track of when his mom gets naked for dad.
You don't know that.
I feel like I do, because Shigechi cared about his parents and he was willing to die for them
Wow.
to fight Kira.
Yeah.
You don't
Bet
understand
feel
how
like an
neglectful
asshole.
Hayato's childhood has been.
Yeah, I was gonna say like this kid is fucked up, but I don't know if we should be blaming the kid so much as like his environment. That like what fucked him up this bad? Like,
I thank God he finally has a real father.
yeah, that Kira's the dad that stepped up for sure.
He's not the stepdad. There's just a real great moment where Hayato like is threatening him, and then they just put their whole pussy into animating Killer
They
Queen.
showed their whole pussy.
Yeah. Into animating Killer Queen being summoned. There was just so much darkness in the way that one and that happened. Just little moments like that I like.
So
Yeah.
you're excited for gearing up for the finale?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
Well, is there anything else from the JoJo episodes that we want to talk about?
I don't think, from my end at least. I feel good.
Yeah, Koichi made funny faces when he came back out of the.
Oh, yeah,
paper.
he
Koichi
made
was
so many
posing.
funny
He
faces.
was posing.
He like went to like modeling academy in that paper. or
We also
something.
got the reveal that Koichi is Rohan's best friend.
That's right.
And
a
Rohan
kid.
was like begging for his life. Like Rohan was being the
Yeah.
most genuine we've ever seen him. And Courage was like, "You're fucking
You're
pranking
stupid.
me,"
You're
and
pranking me, which is so funny.
I mean, when
that-
you have taken a 40-pound kid, reduced him to 20 pounds, don't expect him to just believe you.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
this poor fucking guy. We didn't forget.
I forgot.
I just love all these guys. This is a testament. I know this is just like, I know I'm drunk and I get like this when I'm drunk, but I just really love how good Araki has become at creating extremely likable ensembles.
Yeah.
I think even more so in this than in Stardust Crusaders, arguably, in the sheer volume of characters that I feel attached to. Maybe not in the level of attachment I have to them, but just me.
Yeah.
Just me. You know?
Some good guys. Good blorbos.
True.
Yeah. But I think that's all we have for JoJo today. The next episode, we'll be getting in the finale, so we're gearing up for that.
Yeah.
But-
2 for that.
How many episodes do we have left?
We have... Well, don't worry about it.
2, I think. I think someone
Huh?
said. Yeah.
2?
2 of these podcast episodes before you finish part 4.
Oh.
Right?
We have 1 episode of this podcast before we finish part 4.
Next episode is last.
Next episode, yes, is all of part 4.
Cool.
The rest of part 4. We'll be talking about the finale, and I think I want to pick Clayton's brain about. I almost called you Peyton. I want to kick Peyton's
You
brain
hated that.
about part 4 in its entirety, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Do you want
I
to
don't know.
talk about what
I want to talk.
happened in freaking One
I
Piece?
want to talk about One Piece actually.
Peace.
Sanji's cooking.
Sanji's
cooking for the first time again.
He is.
I'm
Been
so
fighting
hungry.
these. Have
You
an
just said,
orange.
dude, have an orange.
I don't want to.
Payway after this?
Payway?
Payway?
Do they
Payway?
have cream cheese rangoons like Panda does?
I went about 7 years ago.
Do not tempt me with a good time. Do not tempt me with a good time. And as they say in Rome, do not tempt me with a good time.
Is that a saying? Are you thinking of don't threaten me with
Yeah.
I've literally seen all of that on a t-shirt.
Okay.
What? Are you kidding?
That whole sentence you
Are
just
you
said?
lying?
So One Piece is the name of the treasure on the Grand
On the
Line.
Grand Line.
Clayton,
Here we
this
go.
is one of
Here
those.
we go. Here we go. For One Piece.
Clayton,
You were saying?
Clayton, shh. That's me shushing you. Clayton, this is one of those batches of homework.
You gonna sit there and take that?
Whoa.
He can't talk. He's trying so hard. He's shoving his fingers in his mouth.
Listen, I fucking love these chapters.
These were great
These are really
chapters.
good.
Clayton, this is one of those batches of chapters where I'm like, okay, One Piece cannot lose. Like, I was already on a high from the last chapters. This is one of my... this had Logtown vibes. It's one of my favorite
Absolutely.
batches
You
of chapters.
say that about everything that you just like. You just every time you like one of the chapters, you're like, it's just like Log Town.
Wait till we get to part 7. Part 7's called Logtown. JoJo's Logtown Adventure.
Yeah. We got to see all their hometowns' reaction to the bounty because we got to see Luffy's hometown reaction to his first big bounty, right?
Yeah.
And now we get everyone's got a bounty now, and we saw all of their wanted posters.
The bounty moment is one of the funniest moments in One Piece history.
You really,
Yeah.
really?
I took a
I was-
picture of the panel where Sanji, like, his
Yes.
face is curled up and he's talking in shapes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, that is
We
such a
lost
funny
it.
panel.
We lost it at that. Oh my
Oh my
god.
God.
It's just very creative. Like, you could tell
Yes.
Oda has so much fun in these, like, interstitial bits.
But I listen, before we get to anything, I just got to let y'all know I was spoiled for Garp and I was spoiled for Dragon. I was spoiled
Oh,
for their
shit.
connection to Luffy. It did not take away from how fucking crazy
I screamed.
those reveals. I know. I had to FaceTime. I had to read these with Adriana on FaceTime because I couldn't drive there because the whole world was frozen. But
True.
the
My reaction literally to every single reveal was just what like over and over.
Yeah. Imagine like this is crazy. This gave me so much of what I needed for Luffy.
Yeah, I was talking to Clayton about that at one point. I was
Yeah.
like, Josh on the last episode
Yes.
literally was like, I wonder why Luffy got so tough. And then first fucking 2 chapters, his grandpa's like, yeah, I fucking threw him over a ravine.
I threw him in a
hit him with
volcano."
a fucking stick for 40
There's
hours.
even one. It made me laugh so hard. He's like talking about all the things he did to make him stronger. Throws him in a ravine, hits him with rock, and it's like, okay, yeah, but he's like, yeah, and I tied a balloon to you, let you float away. It's like, hold on, that's different. That's a different thing you're talking
so
about. That's
funny.
crazy.
But no, but really, because the 2 things Josh wanted from last time was find out how Luffy is so strong and see Luffy struggle like emotionally instead of
We got a
physically.
glimpse. We got a glimpse of
And,
that.
I thought that was going to be it because he was having a little toxic family member
he
experience.
He had that little moment where he was like, nobody can beat him. Nobody can beat Garp. Which is like, obviously, like, Garp's a fucking, I mean, he was throwing cannonballs
So
at
strong.
supersonic speed. But
you get a mention as well, not just like in terms of Luffy's life, Garp is strong. Garp is said to have been like the one Navy officer who was like going toe to toe with Roger.
Yes.
yeah.
Which, speaking of which, I'll give that a sec. Sorry, no, I'll get. We'll get.
Yeah,
We'll get into that.
How do y'all feel overall about Garp?
I
Love him.
really enjoy his character.
Love him.
He's one of those characters that I do not have a fucking clue what he wants. It's just like Aokiji, right? Where it's like Aokiji is such an interesting character to me because I have no fucking clue what he wants. And with Garp, you get a little bit more of him being like, there's this weird thing of like he cares about his family, but like. I don't know. He's such an interesting character.
He's kind of like Luffy in the way that like
He falls asleep.
Yeah, he falls asleep. But he doesn't really think about consequences. He just like does what he feels like he's got to do, and like.
And he's a vice admiral for it.
It's always enough because he gets it done, like one way or another.
Yeah, and it's so funny because it's like. You have that when they come back at the end, that little line where he's like, yeah, well, we probably wouldn't be here if you didn't tell the guys up top that it was because it was your grandson.
That is so something Luffy would do.
Yeah.
And also crazy that he's a fucking military guy.
Yeah.
Oh
He
my,
was
I feel
training-
like, wait, go ahead.
He was training Luffy to become a Navy, like a strong Navy man.
But he just abandoned him on some island.
Yeah, he left him and Ace with some mysterious figure who apparently trained them.
Yeah. So yeah, Garp, interesting. One of the greatest Marines ever, apparently, squaring off with Roger and shit. And then, you look at his parenting ability and raises in an attempt to create like government respecting Marines, creates a revolutionary who is one of the only people in the world daring to wage open war on the world government.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we also got the dragon reveal, which
Yes.
Which is crazy.
and then a pirate.
2 pirates.
Yeah.
I think that gave me such like an interesting insight into like when we start looking at like the world government as like a unit and as a thing that desperately wants to be in control of anything. But you get this feeling as we meet more and more Navy people that it's like the world government has like very little control even over their own like officers. Like this is a vice admiral who openly kind of disobeys what he is supposed to be doing. And like obviously when he gets ordered to do something, goes and does it. But it's like him, Aokiji, even like Spandam are all like these people who are part of this organization that claims to be like in full control of everything.
Yeah.
They're
but
doing their own thing.
Cannot control even its like the people in the organization that are supposed to be its like most powerful people. And I really enjoy that element.
Because the manipulation tactics they use are ones that require vigilance at all times to keep up with, or maintenance, constant maintenance of your soldiers to like keep them in line or whatever.
So
because it's out of like fear and blind obedience and stuff like that, and that's all stuff that you have to like. It's not like something inherent. You have to like inject it into people on a consistent basis. So if you let someone go and do their own thing, they're gonna. It's
especially because they get like at a certain point, like you have to enforce some of that by being like, yeah, we're stronger than you.
Yeah.
And when you're looking at someone like Garp, probably not a lot of other military guys that are stronger than him. So like he's still like you still have to manipulate. You still have to use all those like tactics, but like. He's gonna do what he wants to do.
Something that tells me a lot about Garp's character, though, and how he has his own agenda and his own sort of like personal familial agenda. Is so we know he's been training 2 young boys this whole time from some cover stories, and he goes out of his way to see Luffy just so they can catch up with him. He brings his whole platoon to Water 7, not to capture one of the most wanted pirates in the world right now, but so that Kobe and Helmeppo can see some old friends.
Yeah.
Also-
Kobe's back.
Kobe's
back using
great.
the 6
Dude,
arts.
that was crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
One of the first spoilers I ever got for One Piece. Why do I feel like I've already
You
said
have.
this?
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
You brought it up on last episode,
Right.
Because I didn't know it was Kobe and Helmeppo because I
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to.
Uh-huh.
Because that was not those characters on the cover.
Yeah,
and
it
then
was.
I know it was, but
Oh.
it was
But
like
there was no way to tell.
No.
Oh,
you-
what do you mean?
you look at
They
that.
had pink hair, and the guy had like the butt chin with the blonde hair. He had pink hair and okay.
Well, there was definitely the hints there, but I
Yeah.
think that like they are, at least in my mind, those 2 characters were distinct enough from how, especially because it's
I would have
like-
been fooled.
Wait, how did you know then? Because I just looked at. How did you know
I was
that was
spoiled
them?
for Kobe having a glow up.
Oh,
He had
so you
seen
knew
Kobe.
what new Kobe looked like.
I did.
I didn't. I just okay, cool.
See, I also it's just like because it's been less than a year, right, since this whole thing started. I wasn't expecting such a drastic
Growth spurt.
change, and like
Oh.
they specifically comment on it in the story, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry I
No, that's
ruined that
okay.
reveal for you.
I would have ruined it anyway because I thought it was like
Oh.
supposed
I'm
to
sorry,
be.
Adriana, ruined it for
I
you.
thought it was supposed to be revealed on the cover.
Yeah,
That's
fuck you.
I'm sorry.
But it was
Fuck
cool to see
you,
them.
Josh.
It was so cool to see them catch up.
Yeah.
It was cool to see everyone's reaction to finding out he's the son of the head of the revolution.
Yeah.
Even Nico Robin was sweating. Nico Robin learned things about Luffy that she will never forget that day. Because
Dude,
she was
yeah.
like, he has connections to Shanks. Shanks is also one of the 4 emperors.
Yeah.
One of the 4 emperors who rules the seas of the
And
New World.
Was also part of
Rogers.
Gold D. Rogers'
yes,
crew,
that
along
ship
with
him and Buggy was
Buggy.
on. Yeah, dude.
Buggy was under Gold D.
For
Rogers.
some reason, that totally like does not surprise me that that's
No.
the ship they were on. It's so awesome though.
I mean, Buggy does have this charisma about him, this almost cult following that is reminiscent of one Goldie Roger.
Buggy D. Clown.
Wait, what do you mean cult following? Like in on the fan base or in the
In the world, like he has a really dedicated crew,
oh just his
a
yeah.
large dedicated crew.
Like,
Yeah.
don't most pirates?
Yeah.
No,
Uh,
not Luffy.
As well,
Luffy's got 8 guys.
I want to take this. There's a small moment in here that I think is easy to overlook, and I think we'll burn it. I'm gonna burn it into y'all's heads right now,
Okay.
and I think it'll do us all good in the future, the far future. We get an image of a flashback to Roger's execution, and Shanks and Buggy
Or at Logtown.
are
Yeah.
at Logtown.
Yeah.
And the only panel we get is Buggy telling Shanks, "No, are you crazy? I'm not gonna join your crew."
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
be under you
Yeah.
instead.
Interesting.
that's interesting.
Very, very interesting. So, the Shanks presence in the scene we got
Oh.
was
He walked into a room and it was like, okay, he's in there.
yeah. Listen,
People just started dropping.
his
Yeah.
main goal was to blow up and act like he don't know nobody. Okay? He walks in and his hockey is so strong. Hockey, which we've never heard of before, is so strong that the newcomers all just drop it like it's hot.
Yeah.
They all just die. Not die, but he goes to face I I almost said Mountain Tim. He goes to face.
Hold up. Who is that? Who is
You
Mountain
said? Did you say
Tim?
Mountain Tim?
Who the
Josh-
fuck is that, Josh?
This had better
You
be
guys-
a character from something else. Because if you just made that name up,
I did not make that name up. And in about
I wish you fucking did make that name.
in
up.
about 5 to 7 business months, you will know who I am talking, who I accidentally just name dropped.
this is a JoJo character named Mountain Tim.
Mm-hmm.
What
That's
are you
awesome.
talking about? Do you not remember?
Hold up.
Oh
I'm
my
looking
Just
it
look
up.
it up. Just
Keep
look his-
talking. Keep
Yeah,
talking.
no
keep talking.
problem.
Dumbass. I'm
Dude.
kidding.
Why'd you think of him?
Sorry. Whitebeard. He breaks through. The 5 elders are sweating about this because apparently it is.
They're so scared just that somewhere in the world, those two people are in the same place.
Yeah, because their
Yeah.
whole thing, the 4 emperors are so imposing. 4 emperors, which include Shanks. These are the 4 greatest pirates, right? Shanks, Whitebeard, and 2 other emperors we don't know. Who are so great that the Navy has allied itself with the 7 warlord pirates of the sea to keep a balance of power and to keep chaos from ensuing. So that's really interesting. Shanks, against all odds, comes in with his one-ass arm, his one arm having ass, and faces Whitebeard and says, "You gotta stop with this Blackbeard business." I don't think I fully understand why. Because it seems like he's as afraid of Blackbeard as anyone, or he's as cautious of Blackbeard.
Well, he said don't send Ace after Blackbeard.
He said don't send Ace,
Like,
but he also said don't
specifically.
stop going after Blackbeard. Period is what he says
Yeah.
too. I get. He said Ace would make a great is gonna make a great like leader later on. He wants to preserve Ace, but also he's like you cannot stop the chaos that will unfold, is what he said before he starts sword fighting Whitebeard, sending splitting the sky
heavens.
open.
The heavens.
The heavens. I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's like.
Do you now know who I was talking about, by the way?
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember them. It's interesting because obviously I think Shanks has his own plan to deal with Blackbeard, which is why like I don't know. Obviously there's a lot there. My interpretation is like it's kind of one of those things where it's like, oh, Shanks might be coming in. This is like, let Blackbeard think he's getting ahead, you know? Like, let him think he's getting away with it so that, like, he can drop his defenses. Because if, like, Blackbeard constantly has pirates coming after him, it's going to be a lot harder to get close to him. I don't know. I don't know what Shanks' plan is. I think that was, like, that's another one of those One Piece moments where it's like, I'm 100% sure Shanks is a really good reason for doing this outside of just, like, pull Ace back, because he also like specifically says Ace isn't going to be able to beat him, you know,
Which is terrifying.
terrifying.
Right
I mean,
now.
we're going to get into it.
Well,
Yeah.
before we do that, though, I do think there's some more. There's so much from this scene. There's so much from this one scene
Like
with
what?
Shanks and Whitebeard to get into. First off, Yasop makes a cameo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just a fun fact.
We also
meet
get
2 Whitebeard commanders.
We do.
Marco and
Polo.
Polo. I don't remember the other guy's name. I can never
It's
remember
like
his name.
Juzo or something.
Yeah.
Jimbo.
Or maybe Jozu.
Joju, I think. So, yeah, something like
A
that.
big guy.
Big guy.
But we also get like the name drops of like we get the New World and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
the land past the red line. Like I think
That's
we get a little
from
bit.
Kobe earlier.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying. Like just like
Yeah.
in this little
Just
chunk.
It
But
just set up
that's where
so
Shanks
much.
is. That's where everyone is.
Yeah,
it
all
seems
of
like.
the because it's like it seems like what is it like the 7 warlords are on the tend to be on the
Old
other
world.
side of the red line, and then all of the 4 emperors reside past the thing to the new world.
So exciting to see when do they cross the red line and what will that look like?
Yeah.
That is shit I've been thinking about for years.
Well, we know the ship can fly now. Just whenever. Oh my god, the new ship!
The new ship.
Wait. We're gonna get to that. But this scene, Shanks, I have to say, Oda has done an incredible job of making Shanks' presence feel so vastly different and dichotomous from how we first met him. Where you clearly, it really feels like looking back that we were seeing it. We were seeing Shanks from Luffy's eyes, like just this nice, generous, powerful guy, and now we see him as this imposing, like, threat. Like, he's just, I don't know, he's got so much to him, but also he apparently he had a very famous duel with Mihawk, and that he's known to be so powerful that they were surprised when he left the East Blue with one arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he said,
his little line of being like, I gave it up for a new era.
for the new era.
That was
So
nice.
fucking cool.
I've
Does
always
that-
also. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, does that dissuade your like suspicion that he's gonna be evil and actually not care about Luffy? Because it really seems like he genuinely cares about Luffy.
He could be that Luffy to him is a means to an end. I don't know. I don't know if
think so.
he's definitely not a good guy. I don't think he's necessarily a bad guy, but I think he's gonna. I mean, he's one of the most terrifying pirates in
yeah,
the
but
world.
those are the good guys, dude.
Yeah, Luffy's a pirate.
Yeah, Luffy's a
I
pirate.
don't know.
Yo ho ho.
Luffy's a
Took a
pirate.
bite.
Yo. He also, I take that line. I've always kind of interpreted that as like, and I could be wrong. This is not me. I'm not spoiling anything. I could be dead wrong. I've always taken that as Shanks kind of saying like, kind of hinting that he did not have to lose that arm, but that because the shot that we get is Luffy saying specifically like, I'm going to become a pirate that's even better than you, because he's so touched by what Shanks did. And so I've always kind of taken that to mean like Shanks wanted to inspire greatness in Luffy and like chose to lose an arm,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
Chose to show Luffy that like making sacrifices is like a necessary part of this life too,
and knowing
and
that
sacrificing for other people.
and knowing that Shanks is what knew Gold Roger clearly very well, given that he was in his crew, makes sense how he would see that in Luffy. Even as when Luffy was a little boy.
Yeah.
I also like just that Garp was even like, did that Shanks pirate, did he get in your head? There were so many layers upon layers of things built on each other, but we did skip a whole section where they get a new ship.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Thousand Sun.
What
Thousand Sunny.
What is it
Thousand
called?
Sunny.
The
truly?
Thousand Sunny.
Okay. Then it was
Which,
correct.
Yeah, I had unfortunately I haven't even told you this yet, but this was a spoiler that I knew going into it. I
Damn.
knew the ship's design only because I had a friend I worked with before I even decided that I was going to read One Piece that was into One Piece and was like, look what I bought, and had bought was going to buy like a thing of the Thousand Sunny.
Yeah.
And I looked at that, I like saw the like masthead. I had no fucking idea what it was.
Right.
I thought I was like, oh, it's like an upgrade. I knew it was like a ship, but I had no context as to whose ship it was.
I like
But I
everything.
really love it.
I like everything except for the lion head.
Oh wow.
I love all the changes, but I just the lamb head was just
Yeah.
too good. I miss it. I
The
miss it.
Mary, I think, will always be a little bit more iconic, but I still think that I love the design
This
of the
shit
Thousand Sunny.
And we finally learned.
Is so fucking awesome.
And because
It's got
it was the
grass.
thing that he spent the 200 million berries
Yeah.
on.
Was the wood, the invincible
invincible wood.
Fucking
jewel tree wood.
invincible.
Mhm.
It's
Which-
epic. Now they got a guy
They
on
have-
their boat.
They have an invincible ship made by one of the top shipwrights in the world, who is now their personal shipwright. and they have an aquarium somewhere under there.
Insane.
It is at least twice the size as the Mary. It has on its crow's nest. It has what is essentially just a house, like it's
a room.
a room. And I just love the design. It looks like it looks like a mansion. Like they have their own personal mansion.
Yeah.
They
It
have
has
a
a lawn.
lawn.
Yes, it's fucking awesome. Literally,
I'm so excited to read more One Piece, man.
This sounds like the ship version of all the plans that I have in Minecraft. Like,
Yeah.
like the aquarium in the thing. I literally, that is something that I was in the middle of making in my Minecraft house.
I do think I'd already known that it had. The only thing I knew about it was that it had a lion masthead, and I'd seen it before. And I was like, oh, this is cute. It has kind of the same eyes and mouth as like the Mary. I don't really love if I'm being picky, don't love the crossbones in the front. I think they're a little tacky. But other than that,
And
it was so cool that Frankie Iceberg and his men joined Frankie in building it too.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
them building the ship together was so great.
It really is.
Frankie is a bro, man.
I love Frankie. a
Frankie's
lot.
great.
I think
Frankie
he's
got
fucking
his
awesome.
balls
Cock and ball torture.
crushed.
It's crazy.
Crunched.
He got his balls tortured. This didn't happen in the past for
Cock
me.
and ball torture.
This
The
is
first
literally-
appearance of cock and ball torture
In
in
One
One Piece.
This moment, it made me cry. The moment where it did. Because he starts crying.
Yeah.
And
He's pretending it's
Luffy
his
and
balls
Chopper
hurting.
are like, Robin, stop!
Yeah.
And she's like, he's lying. And he's just crying because he's sad.
I really thought Robin was just like that. I was like, okay, all right.
well, I mean,
Right.
she fucking
No, she
got
did
him
that
good.
at first for sure.
I like that. Like he and her kind of formed this little bond when they were, being taken to Annie's lobby, and they helped each other escape, and
Yeah.
they're like really cool now. And she's like, "Yeah, I can squeeze his balls off now." Robin is just my kind of fucking dude. You know
Robin's
what I mean?
awesome.
yeah.
Uh,
I
Frank,
think
go ahead.
Robin and Frank are gonna fall in love.
Is
They
that
are
what- is
commonly
that-
shipped.
I've heard that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you not know that? What
No.
makes you say that if you don't even know that?
grab his
Oh,
balls?
so you just know it.
I still,
Once you grab someone's balls, you can't really go back.
I
from
still,
that.
as gay as Zoro is, I still call me homophobic. I still ship Zoro and
Zoro
Robin.
and Robin.
Yep.
Really?
Why?
It's a common one. That is
Really?
also a common one.
It would just be so hot.
Zoro, by the way, had his little fucking like tight fit graphic tee. He looked
my
like
God.
a fucking twink.
Dude, he had such like your friend's hot older brother energy in this.
He had
in-
Roderick Rules
it
energy.
Was I literally I literally commented on that. Like I was like, this graphic T-shirt, immaculate.
I love
Yeah.
them all in the little graphic.
Yeah.
in the galley
Yeah.
law, the
Galley
repping
law
galley
merch.
law.
Luffy's little like sleeveless little
Uh-huh.
shirt. Like they all have such fun outfits.
Luffy
right?
learned
Yeah.
how to eat sleeping, by the way. Anyway,
That's very funny. yeah.
there's fuck, what was I? What were we just talking about?
The trunks
Balls.
chase.
Zoro had his first mate moment of the century.
Oh
Yes.
yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
dude.
yeah,
That was great. And
incredible.
also literally called it. I was like, Zoro's gonna be the one who has the issue, is gonna have any pushback about it.
And he was
Usopp-
right.
Usopp just
Well,
joining.
'cause
He was right.
That moment when he's like, guys, I just gotta say, I want Usopp back, but it has to be the first words out of
Yeah.
his mouth have to be I'm sorry.
I
And we
would've-
just
Yes.
heard 2 chapters ago Usopp practicing being like, I guess I'll come back if you really beg for it.
Yeah.
Great moment though when he does apologize. That was really
That made me ugly cry.
yeah.
Oh,
Because his little like he starts seeing all the moments and remembering the things he said and starts to feel so bad.
Yeah.
And then he just breaks down crying. And just it's the fact that as soon as he does, because Luffy and Zoro, they made that promise. If the first words out of his mouth aren't an apology, they leave him behind. And so as they're going, they're like, I don't hear anything. Do you hear? I don't hear
Yeah,
anything."
they're
And as soon as he says, I'm sorry, it's the look up and Luffy's big ass hand stretched out to him.
yes. He's sticky hands. And
Yeah.
yeah.
but it's sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's okay.
Zoro is so him for being like, he is still the captain.
Yeah.
This guy right here. And if we're not going to
Yeah.
take the title of captain seriously and have consequences, I'm leaving this fucking crew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has the line about being like, we're not playing a game of pirates.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
Anymore.
was right about everything.
Zoro
Literally just could not. He's right.
Yeah.
Zoro, I already love Zoro, but he continues to impress me.
Well, because both of these stories are the perfect capstone to Enies Lobby because we get, one, the Going Merry, the small ship that they started on in the East Blue that they like formed a family on. It runs out on them. They have to upgrade to this new large ship that can fit more people and is more ready to weather the storms. And Zoro makes a decision in that moment to do what Enies Lobby is all about and say we can't just be like a family anymore. We need to be like a pirate crew.
Yeah.
And so they have to make those tough decisions. And Usopp almost gets left behind. Did y'all
Yeah.
think it was? Did y'all have any? worry that
doubts.
Usopp might get left?
Not at all.
No.
The way it was being set up was like it would have been too like there was too much build up for it to just be like, oh, goodbye forever.
It would have made me actually legitimately really mad
Yeah.
if that is not, because it would have been like,
I would have
well,
respected it.
Usopp didn't learn anything then, because that's what like his whole thing, like all of this arc was being like, yeah, okay, I had like I had to learn how to let go when I wasn't ready for things, and like put my trust in Luffy. And like he has that conversation with Robin where he's like, yeah, you just have to trust Luffy. And if it ended with him not doing that, I think it would have just been a failure of story. So I had no worries, like actual worries that was something that was going to happen. Because I think that would have been a great disservice to the story.
Yeah. And then they sail away. They sail away, and they are giving each other a big old drink. They're pouring them. They drank. They sit down, drank.
And then they get killed by Grandpa.
They get killed by Grandpa.
Well,
He throws cannonball.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's crazy.
That was fucking crazy. He's so incredibly strong. It is no surprise now. I feel so much more comfortable accepting Luffy's inherent strength.
Yeah.
Now, going forward, I feel like Oda did this on I feel like Oda was being... I wonder why it took him this long to do this, actually. And I wonder if it has to do with the fact he did it out of reacting to people wondering what was going on with Luffy.
I think... Oda is just a long-term storyteller. Because we met Dragon so early on. And if you go back and read those chapters, you can tell, like, oh, yeah, this is Luffy's dad.
Yeah.
Same thing in this, one of the most recent chapters that we just read. Shanks, it is seen using his mysterious hockey power, and all these people passing out. You go read chapter 1. Shanks
he
looks
at
a
Fish
snake,
King,
and it runs away with its tails between its legs. Oda knows the answers to these questions always. And personally, as a reader, I'm quite glad that he shows the restraint that he does, because it leads to moments like this where when we meet Garp or hear about Shanks being on Roger's crew, we're like,
yeah. We're soy facing. Yeah.
We're soy
Which is what McLean just did.
Yeah. And it makes the
I
world
kind of thought that was a Chad face, but
feel so real, because nobody in like any real world is always just like, oh, here's everything that's ever happened to me. On the
especially
first time
not
we meet.
Luffy.
Yeah.
He literally in this chapter he goes, I have a dad?
Yeah.
He just every chapter he's like, today I saw a balloon.
Yeah. The flashback to flash to Alabasta, and we have Vivi reacting to the news.
Yeah.
So sweet. Vivi reacting to the news. Fucking Pell is still there alive, which, you know,
It really hurt.
it's salt in the wound, but Vivi is also alive and is wonderful, and I miss her so much. And she's like, yeah, I'm not surprised by this. Once you know Luffy, you know that he's a bag full of tricks or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then the next
Chopper has 50 berry bounty.
That's
And I had like
amazing.
I
Cotton
had not
candy lover Chopper.
a pet in parentheses.
Yeah.
I fought like a man. I did.
He was one of the biggest threats.
Yeah.
There are
Also, Usopp doesn't have a bounty.
No,
Sniper King.
Sniper King.
does.
Which I was hoping for. I was hoping that would be the case.
But Kaya still recognizes it.
Also, Nami doing her sexiest pose because she thought it was for the paper.
Yeah. And then
Oh.
Sanji only gets a drawing of him, a terrible drawing of him. And then we get a Family Guy cutaway of some guy talking to Akainu and being like, I swear I took the picture, but when it came out all black. And he's like, yeah, did you leave the fucking lens cap?
That was
So funny.
so good.
Yeah.
So Luffy's at 300 million.
300 million.
It wasn't a
his-
billion.
Which is more than the 2 other 7 warlords we've met, correct? Because I believe the 2 other I know at least Don Flamenco's was 270 before anything, which I don't want to fucking power scale bounties, but
Well, that's what they're there for, kind of.
I do wonder, first off, what's Don Flamingo up to? Second off, at any point is Luffy going to be approached to be a warlord?
Absolutely not.
No.
He's in open war against the
No.
government.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
well, some of the
Crocodiles
that's
was 81 million.
Damn.
fucking chump change. You kidding me? Even Zoro. Wait, how many people on this crew have a higher bounty than Croc?
Zoro's at 120.
Zoro's at
right?
120.
Also, Nico Robin's bounty didn't go
8.
up at all.
It did not.
I think it has something to do. Well, except for it went up 1 million, but
Sure.
it was 80. It went from 79 to 80. Might have something to do with Aokiji.
Probably.
Well,
The Frankie
but-
family was not seen as guilty at all, and they think that was because of Aokiji.
She didn't do anything out of the ordinary either. Like she's
Yeah.
had the same bounty. Like she's been fucking up shit all over the world for a while. So
Yep.
Yeah, we got Nami at 16 million. We got Sanji at 77, I believe. We got Sniper King at 13.
I think
no,
so.
30 something, right? Or
So.
thought it was 30.
Oh,
Frankie's at 44 million.
I think
Yeah.
it's 44.
And Chopper.
Chopper's at 50.
I
Barely.
misread that because I went
I thought it was
back and
50 million. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Really?
oh yeah, fuck yeah. And then I read and then like kept reading and Chopper was like, only 50? And I had to go like, huh?
Yeah.
And then look back and be like, oh shit.
Yeah, because that's his little face on there. That's what
So
they know him as.
cute.
I just because I want to make sure we get some time to talk about this. After all these bounty stuff, we get all these check-ins. It's very sweet and nice.
It's wonderful.
And then some crazy shit goes down with
Yeah.
Blackbeard versus Ace.
Oh my god.
And
Whoa.
Would we be able to talk about those before? Because that's the thing I really want to focus on. But like, can we focus on the little check-ins with everyone's hometowns?
Yeah.
Sorry,
I don't just go. Just talk. Yeah, it's just.
it just was really when I saw Chef Redleg or whatever the fuck his name is. When I saw the
Redleg
Maratier boys, Chef Zeph, I lost my mind. I was not expecting
Yeah.
to see him. I was like, Windmill Village, Windmill Village. We got to see Whoop Slap, my favorite character.
Yeah,
Who's
baby.
as pissed as ever about something. We got to see the dojo from Frost Village. We got to see.
Oh, the dojo moment where they were all like, "Train me to be a pirate."
Yeah.
Yes.
The teacher was like, "I don't train people to be pirates."
Everyone is so proud of their little straw hat for being
Yeah.
so
For
dangerous.
being such a big criminal.
for fighting the government. We got to see Blossom Kingdom, formerly Drum Jum Kingdom. They Koreha being like a little bugger or whatever the fuck, I don't know. Cocoa Village. Was it Cocoa Village?
Yeah,
The Nami's from?
Nami's. Yeah, weird moment.
Weird moment
with,
in there.
What's his face? Because just after Nojiko's like, "You're like a father to us," and then he's like, "Oh, look at this slutty picture they put for Nami," and they're like, "Why do you have it blowed up on your wall then?" And he
Why-
had a huge poster. Of
Why
it
is
on
that
his
your
wall.
He's
screensaver?
He's
buddy?
so proud, and that's all.
Yeah.
That really low key. That was. I really liked that character. Sorry, what was his name?
That is Genzo.
Yes.
Right.
Really loved Genzo.
They do that.
That
to
didn't happen.
fucking you know.
And
didn't
I'm just
happen.
gonna pretend it didn't
fucking
happen.
Neither did that thing with fucking Vivi's dad. Jesus.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh my Jesus
Nefertari
Christ.
Cobra, good guy. Because that didn't happen.
Didn't even happen.
Didn't even forget.
Sanji's a good guy.
Nothing.
Because something's about to not happen.
Oh, no.
Oh wait. I do hear two things when it comes to Sanji.
Don't say anything right now. Whatever you're.
I just hear Fishman Island and Sanji are not a good combination. That's what I've heard.
He said anything.
You fucking said stuff. Stop it,
Well, I mean, are we surprised?
Josh.
Speaking of which, real quick, the
They're
Strawhat
going to
Pirates
Fishman Island.
currently on the way to Fishman Island.
Yeah.
But first, they have to pass through the
Flamingo Triangle.
Floria Triangle.
The
I don't know
Bermuda
what it's called.
Triangle.
They have to pass through the Bermuda Triangle, where ships are known to be piloted by ghost crews. Do we know where Fishman Island is? Has that been
It's
said?
underwater.
No,
Under
yeah.
the damn
Underwater.
sea, baby.
So cool. So many. Just the world. You mentioned once how the world sometimes in One Piece explodes, and and becomes so much bigger. And this was another
Yeah.
one of those moments.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited to meet who I think is a really important character coming up. He was on the volume cover. He was on the next volume
What
cover.
are you doing?
What?
Is he an important character?
Are you
The
just
skeleton on the freaking. The skeleton with the hat.
Yeah, he looks sick.
on the volume cover.
What are you doing?
Dude, it's on the volume cover of what we read.
Yeah.
It's fine to say that he's on the cover. Why are you shouting out that he's a really important
Well,
character?
okay,
Come on, we've all seen him, and also he's on the volume cover.
If he's on the volume cover, I did assume that he would be an important character of this.
I have no idea what his level of importance is.
I don't
I think
either.
he's,
Well, he's on the volume cover.
He's gonna be something.
I've
He's
seen-
He
definitely
looks
a guy.
like such a ball. He
I-
had a cane or whatever. He had
Yeah.
this big old hair and a hat.
I've seen
You
like
gotta calm down.
I really don't think I do.
I don't think. Yeah. I think
Josh
Josh
is
is.
going
I think
to
Josh
jail.
is making an assumption right now.
I am. I am. We've all seen he's the front and center on the y'all gotta stop looking at me like this. Sorry, Adriana, what were you about to say?
I don't remember.
Oh my god.
Talking about Blackbeard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
talk about
sure.
Blackbeard?
Yes.
That shit's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I knew Blackbeard was gonna be a threat. I really
didn't
enjoyed that they just
know.
were just like, oh yeah, let's just show him. I'm happy that we got to learn what his powers and shit were, because like I think it just makes it all the more. It's like, oh shit, there's gonna be really something to build up to. And him and Ace's duel was awesome.
It was like
Yeah.
an anime battle. It was like a real anime battle.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
like energy blast. He had-
Ace is going crazy. It's so all the shit. I'm sorry. I literally just interrupted you. I think you were
yeah.
you were saying.
I didn't even realize it, but you're right.
I
It's
just
okay.
knew that you would like what I was saying because we were all.
I agree.
We were both reading it and like freaking out at all of the moves that Ace was pulling. It was.
You're
it was
good.
awesome.
You're good. I totally agree. And also the moment where one of Blackbeard's crew shoots Ace and it just goes through him with flames because he's a flame guy. He does a spirit bomb. He throws a spirit bomb at Blackbeard, who has a
Blackbeard can be hurt.
Yeah.
He has a black hole fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he destroys a whole town in one move.
I like how they call it the darkness fruit. Like he just says this darkness is gravity because they don't know what black holes are. You know,
Yeah.
but we do.
The interstellar fruit.
Spaceship.
He also can take away devil fruit powers.
Yeah, while
long
he
as he's
touches
touching you.
people.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
How you gonna punch that guy?
Yeah, you can't.
Oh shit.
Can't freaking.
Well,
punch him.
Zoro doesn't have a devil fruit.
You
He
can
just
shoot
slice.
him.
That's true.
Shoot him in the head.
And it's probably gonna be Zoro versus Blackbeard. Luffy's probably not even gonna fight him.
I think
Probably
it's gonna be
not.
like Chopper versus Blackbeard.
It did.
Yeah,
It,
Blackbeard's kind of the pet of the group.
it did say something about like I forget if it was the narrator or what, but it was like this battle like changed everything. This
Yeah.
battle would be like the like would trigger like a whole new mess of
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So wonder why.
It sounds like there's gonna be some sort of like inter-pirate like war or something.
Like the politics. But
Yeah.
I just can't tell if it's gonna be like from a political angle, like or an interpersonal level where it's like, oh, this feud is, pitting these people and everyone, took a step out of place and now everyone's on people's bad sides and it's going crazy. Or
just as like this is the first moment of
or
a
of
major war.
Blackbeard being like a super villain type
Yeah.
person. I wonder if this is because we haven't gotten like a boss, of like a big the villain of One Piece. There's a lot of just like really big villains.
I always just consider the world government to be but I imagine that
But
the
like a
four
specific
emperors
guy.
are gonna be. Yeah, I wonder if we'll get like a.
Or at least a very big
I mean,
villain.
like Blackbeard is like it still doesn't even feel like he's being teed up as like the next villain. It's like
really?
He's a long-term player.
This is like, oh shit, we're probably gonna get like Blackbeard. I mean, obviously they said like they're gonna go try to find him at Water 7, but they're already gone. I think it's kind of the thing of like Blackbeard is gaining power. I think we're seeing like parallel rises in power that will eventually like coalesce in a major conflict.
Well,
You know?
I'm talking about a villain to the Straw Hat specifically because he's fighting Ace right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't like seeing Ace's hat on the ground.
Yeah. I
Don't like that.
hope he's okay.
But it's okay. Oda won't. Oda doesn't kill people.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right? No, he doesn't. Please
does
don't be the one guy you fucking kill, be Ace. Jesus fucking Christ. If
It's okay because he'll just go to the hospital and then someone will be like, "Here, give this back to him." And it'll be his hat, and then we'll know that
and it's
he's all better.
Blackbeard.
And they kiss and make up, and that's
Yay.
the big ship is Blackbeard and Ace.
I bet, yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. I think that. Sorry, Clayton, were you about to say something? Oh, I think that going forward, shit is gonna go down a little bit. I think we're gonna meet some dead people. I'm so excited for that. That volume cover, by the way, just looked like so spooky and Halloween-esque. I wonder
Yeah.
I wonder what time of the year it was when Oda was writing that.
I hope we get the frickin' musician that Luffy's been wanting literally since chapter 1.
Oh.
Because we just got the engineer guy and that was the eating your vegetables and now they get to have
They could have fun.
they need to have
'Cause
dessert.
They need
They don't need anything else
Oh, I'm sure
specifically
there's-
for the like the ship. I mean, obviously, it's a fucking pirate ship. You need more people, but it's like I think that they have most things covered that I'd be like, you need on
They
a ship.
don't have a lawyer yet and they really need one.
They need a. I was gonna say they need a
They're
treasurer.
gonna sue each other if they
Yeah,
get a lawyer.
exactly.
I was gonna say they needed a treasurer, but like Nami clearly fills that role.
We
Yeah.
also, what is Robin's specific role on the ship?
Awesome. Being awesome.
She's the archaeologist.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
true.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's good to have
That's
that.
true. Yeah.
She's
yeah.
like the
Acknowledges.
historian too.
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
when you're
Well, is she? That's what I was gonna say. It was like a chronicler or something.
because she has.
She's the narrator.
Whoa. She's
She was
She's-
the One Piece all along.
she's the ball cruncher.
Yeah. Yep.
Every ship needs
a ball
one.
cruncher.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think that they need an esthetician.
I think they need a lash specialist. I think they need a lot. All of them need lash
They
extensions.
need a skincare routine giver. They need a therapist. That's what they need.
Yeah,
They need
that's a
therapist.
good
Yeah.
one. That's
A
good
ship
one.
HR.
Yes.
Ship HR.
Yes, they need a ship HR.
They need hiring staff. You know, they need a secretary.
Mm-hmm.
Clayton, what do they need? What do they need at this point where you're at in One Piece? What do they still need?
I think that they need another pet, probably.
Yeah.
Did Chopper die?
No, they just want Tooth so he's a friend.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
bad.
Chopper can't talk to anyone. He's an animal.
yeah.
Idiot.
Hey, you know what? I never asked you this, Clayton. How is One Piece right now? Like you don't have to tell me what's going on, but how you liking it? Like current One Piece?
The most recent One Piece chapter had a moment that made me cry in a similar way to the "I Want to Live" moment.
Oh, wow.
That
Wow.
it is a moment of such long-term storytelling that honestly was built up. And hey, I'll give you this for a nickel. Oda just paid off a character arc that he has been setting up since where we are,
Whoa.
since a little bit before where we are to a
Whoa.
degree.
That's crazy.
He's so
and
patient.
He paid it off in a way that made me go
So it's good right now.
great right now.
It's great right now. Okay.
Many people think that the arc that just finished is one of the best ever, and currently the arc that we're in right now is one that I think you'll be a big fan of, Josh. Major Logetown vibes, in my opinion. And it's very exciting.
Wow.
Woo.
Oh, we didn't mention this. The new ship can fart just like Frankie.
Kuda burst,
Yeah.
baby.
Kuda
From
burst.
Coca-Cola.
Which I feel like is going to come in such handy later.
Oh, it's. I mean, they're because
Pretty good move.
it's not a fighting. I mean, it doesn't seem like
Yeah.
a battleship. It's such a get out of there ship.
Yeah.
And I
It
love
is a
it.
get out of the ship. I do wonder
All right.
what the weapons are going to look like on this new ship.
We're gonna get a rundown.
Probably
I
We're
think.
pretty
going to
good.
find out. It's a good thing they got
It's
their
gonna be like a
marksman.
transformer. I want a transformer of this ship. Please.
Oh man.
A transformer.
Would it be an
couldn't
Autobot
get
or
me that.
Decepticon?
It'd be an Autobot.
Freaking Autobot, Josh. Is there
My bad.
anything else we want to talk about?
There's
from
probably
these
a
topics?
lot.
I think
Yeah.
we should
should
wrap
move
this
on.
up. I think I've got a little final question because there's something we haven't.
Do we want to do the one? There was one we talked about last time. Or I get. What's your? Let's do yours.
Mine
You've
is
got
not
one ready.
too long. I just would love to hear because I don't think we talked about it last time. We talked about JoJo, and correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe I don't remember things. But do you have an updated intros ranking now that you've gotten a new intro?
Yeah, baby, and it might have moved around today.
Wow.
Let me
Wow.
double check. It did not.
But now that you've got like the time to let the new intro settle in,
Yeah. Let me toss them out there.
was
Last
just hitting
place. My least favorite JoJo intro.
Careful.
Sono Chino Sodomy. Is how that's pronounced.
Blasphemy.
I don't like the song. That's the big
Yeah.
issue
Give it another
for
chance.
me.
Give it another chance. One more
I
chance.
think the visuals are cool. I'll give it one more chance. Up right above that, Stand Proud. And already that's better.
Yeah.
yeah.
It doesn't blow me away, you know? I'm looking ahead and I'm going to make a change right now
Whoa. Is that
on the
allowed?
fly.
What the fuck is he doing?
But right above Stand Proud, Crazy and Noisy Bizarre Town. Pretty good thing that is. Up above that, Chase You.
Yeah.
Chase is great, and right above that is Great Days currently. Great Days it has major power in this. Great Days
It
is
always
fucking
does.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
It's
Above
pretty.
that, this is where my change comes into play. I was just looking at it. I'm thinking. I'm going back in my head. Again, these things are very close, but I think End of the World is currently my second.
Well,
And
yes.
Bloody Stream.
Bloody Stream is moving to
Bloody
the top.
Stream is my number.
Yeah.
I just
It's just where it goes.
End of the World, I think a big reason that I like it so much is the way it feels when you're watching part 3.
Yeah.
But I think if I went and watched both of those, as you always say, Josh, there's just like no beating Bloody Stream. Like
No.
Yeah.
it has such fucking kinetic energy. It is so good.
It is so visually amazing. It is odd. It is song wise. It is incredible. And it just like ends with a bang. It starts with a bang and it ends with a bang.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey.
Yeah.
One of these days there might be something that beats Bloody Stream.
For me, there has not yet been one that has beaten Bloody Stream, but there are a few that have come damn close.
Okay.
A few, and you haven't
I'm
seen them yet.
so excited to start part 5.
What
Me
do
too.
you-
Part 4 I enjoy, but like part 5 and just knowing like the vibe to a small degree, just knowing that it's about like a group who has to do something tough.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
excites
yeah.
me.
What else do you know about
Oh,
part? What
yeah.
else do you know about?
I know that it's about criminal.
Huh?
I know who Mr. Giorno Giovanni is.
Huh?
I don't know the exact specifics. I know who he's a relative of. I don't know if I said this on the podcast ever. I always thought that I knew what Giorno's stand was, and I thought it was Crazy Diamond.
Oh.
Not that I knew the name of it,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
thing his
That-
power was
You-
fixing
To heal
things.
things.
You're not ready for
Interesting,
Giorno's stand,
interesting.
buddy. You're
Okay.
not ready for that shit.
Yeah.
You don't know
I'm
what
excited.
you're talking about. Are you getting a little fed up with part 4? Are you getting sick of part 4?
I don't think so. I think I'm ready for it to be done. I'm excited
Yeah.
for Kira,
Yeah.
but I think I have had my slice, maybe slice and a half of life.
Yeah.
And I'll be Clayton Chowan signing off.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Now you're allowed to have these.
I really like it.
Yeah.
I'm
Fair.
not trying to shit on it.
Fair. It honestly grew on me a whole lot more with time. Wasn't as hype about it until later. Go on.
I was gonna say, you want to give homework?
Yes. Why don't you give some homework?
Yeah.
Oh wait.
No.
You're right.
No, actually, I do. You do have some One Piece homework. Everybody, at some point in the next week, text me something kind about Monkey D. Luffy. Okay. So
Okay.
that's your One Piece.
I guess
homework.
we don't have One Piece homework.
I
Shit.
just said it.
My bad. I'm actually really sad. I don't get for
Aw.
for 6
I
days
know.
we can't read.
Yeah, I
One
would.
Piece.
I would keep reading it on my own if we didn't
Yeah.
have the schedule.
You know
I
what's
mean-
funny too? I goofed up. I thought I meant to have another chapter.
Oh,
I was silly.
damn.
You meant to give us one more chapter.
I did.
Damn.
Can we read it?
No.
Okay.
I think this is not a bad place to end it.
Okay. Well, shit. Well, the homework for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is you're going to finish part 4. Diamond is Unbreakable. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Hey, was Hayden distracting you again?
No.
Wasn't he distracting you again?
He was. He's been playing footy with me the whole time.
Oh.
How many episodes is it?
It's
Jars?
5 episodes.
Wow.
You're going to watch the last 5 episodes of Diamond is Unbreakable.
Woo.
And I think you're going to enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to watch it with you.
Okay.
I will say I don't want to hype this finale up too much, but it is up. It is definitely up there. It's close to part 3 for me. Part 3's finale for me, if not on the same level. So
Don't care. Didn't ask.
Whoa.
Adrian's gonna delete it from the entire.
Don't care. Didn't ask.
Pay cut
Who
time.
asked though?
Oh my god. Clayton, I want you to be thinking. I actually more.
I don't even know what that's in reference to, Hayden.
You asked a question.
What? What
Like,
did Hayden do?
What's going
Hayden
on?
texted me the word hot.
He said, "Say one nice thing about Monkey D. Luffy."
Good night.
Uh,
We just harmonized for a sec.
so you actually have a little bit extra homework too, because I need you to be thinking. Don't give me that look. Don't give me that blank expression.
He just drooled on the table. It was crazy. He was like,
I need actually all of us to be thinking about. Adriana just got a crazy text or something.
I also texted Adriana just the word hot.
And they were terrified of that.
Oh my god.
I need you all to be thinking about your JoJo ranking going forward and your ranking of our main cast of characters in Diamond is Unbreakable, because we're going to be discussing that next episode.
Of who? Main characters? What
Of the main JoJos, and then also
constitutes main character? in
main
part four?
characters are Josuke,
Okay.
Okuyasu,
Yeah.
Koichi,
Oh.
Rohan,
Ooh.
and Part 4 Jotaro. Those
Okay.
are typically the main cast of Part 4. It's a little more split up because it's this weird, funny little town. But I want you to keep that ranking in mind.
All right.
Think you can do that?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think? Any predictions for what's going to happen?
In the end?
Yeah.
I think that thing's gonna happen where Josuke and Kira are gonna have a stand rush, and it's gonna be like everything's exploding and getting put back together all at the same time. I think that my prediction, this is a strong prediction. This would be a diversion from norm. I think, because I can't even ever remember the name. What's the current intro song?
Great
Days.
Days.
Great Days. It's just so happy and cheerful that I think Kira, because I think I've got the feeling that villain interruptions are going to be a thing that happen from now on. And I think I kind of knew that going forward. But I think that his is going to be like maybe even like towards the beginning of the song, and is going to make the song a little more tense and effed up. That's what I
So
think.
instead of
Okay.
just a switch up at the end, like with part 3, you think it's going to affect the whole song?
I think that the song is going to be a little bit different.
like a little like
Maybe.
in the background. Like
Well, I can't wait for you to be disappointed at how there is no villain interruption in this.
Shit.
I'm fucking kidding. I don't actually know.
Well,
I can't wait to watch this.
Yeah,
I
it's gonna be
really,
great.
I will say this part in that you're about to watch in JoJo was a bit of a turning point for me. In terms of what I think the writing, how good the writing gets, specifically for
Nice.
this arc. So it's one of my favorites coming up.
Hell yeah.
But anyway, this was fun. See you next time. Follow us on Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter.
At HatPod Crusaders. We do
the
brackets
hat
sometimes.
is that our Is that our?
That's our
Twitter?
handle. We're the Strawhat Crusaders pod.
Wait.
And with
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
And-
Sorry, I
and-
just don't understand Twitter. No, I'm kidding.
Me neither, man.
I'm kidding. I understand
And with
the
that,
internet.
we love you. Good night.
Bye.